Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hard Count Football Podcast Live. My name is Jacob Charnow, leading the next generation of football fans live on the Hard Count Football YouTube channel and, of course, right here on 1252 Sports Chicago. Guys, I'm excited. It's week 12. Thanksgiving just passed. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We had some good football games. We're going to talk about Bears took on the Lions. We're going to talk about all those games in just a little bit with Harry the Greek. Also with Harry, as always, we're going to cover every single game from today, talk about our bets of the week, give you all that betting advice that you desire. So with that being said, let's get right into it with getting our guest in here for the week. Mr. Harry the Greek, let's get him in here, man. What is going on, Harry? How are you?
Morning, Jacob. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Thanksgiving was perfect. Happy Thanksgiving to you, by the way. And as you can tell, I'm still sitting in the same absolute beautiful place. We're down here in the sunny west coast of Florida, where it's a mere 69 degrees. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, what do we got here? Let me check right now in northern New Jersey what we got. It is currently 34 and cloudy. So it is beautiful out, classic New Jersey weather.
I think it's warmer there than it is in Chicago. Hey, there's someone in our back room that wants to come on to say hello to you. Can I do that?
Absolutely. Let's get him in.
Well, we're going to bring him in. Look who it is.
Whoa!
What's going on? How you guys doing?
What's going on, Peter? How you doing, man?
I am actually driving right now as we speak. Check this out.
That's fantastic. How was your Thanksgiving?
That looks... Hey, Peter, just make sure you're looking forward.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm looking forward, but I'm also trying to look at the camera so I don't look like an idiot. But Thanksgiving was good, man. It's good to see you again, Jacob. I'm glad you joined this platform, 1252 Sports. They do a great job, and of course, we're on Friday nights. The over-under, yours truly, along with the professional handicapper extraordinaire, Mr. Harry the Greek. Gotta love it.
I'm excited to be here. Harry, not Harry. We'll go with Harry's thoughts in just a little bit. But Peter, man, these Thanksgiving games, what were your thoughts? Bears beat the Lions 16-14. How did you feel about the Bears in that one? Because, we look at it, right? Andy Dalton leads the Bears to a win. Do we start to think like, all right, well, does Justin Fields give this team the best chance to win right now? Matt Nagy's basically, he's as good as done in Chicago. Chanting to fire Nagy at his son's high school football games, which is hilarious, but also, it says what the general public thinks about these Bears and this Bears coaching regime. Peter, what are you thinking about Andy Dalton as the Bears quarterback going forward and, this Bears coaching regime as well?
Well, I tell you right now, he does give them the best chance to win, and that wasn't one of those people that said that the first of the year. In fact, I said, look, if you have Andy Dalton as your starting quarterback, you don't have a starting quarterback, but the way he's played in this offense, I think this offense is a lot better for him. I think it's more constructed for him. The thing for me is I could not believe that the Bears lost to the Ravens defensively. You should never lose to a second or third string quarterback, especially when you give up a long touchdown. So I thought they would beat Detroit. I thought it would be a close game. I thought the Lions would give them everything they could handle. I guess it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to win now and have an opportunity to maybe get a wild card? Or do you want draft positioning? At the end of the day, Justin Fields is your future, and you've got to build around your future. But I think right now, for them to win, Andy Dalton is the answer.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think does Matt Nagy want to win right now? Are you more focused on, if you're the Bears owner, right? Because Ryan Pace is done, Matt Nagy's done. They're in such a tough position because, they don't care about developing Justin Fields right now. If you have a young quarterback and you have a chance to win, right? And your job is done and you're going to get fired, right? Why would you care about developing this quarterback if you're not going to be there next year, right? You want to win right now, and going forward with Andy Dalton playing quarterback, I think that probably gives the Bears the best chance to win, and I think that might be the direction they go right now. What do you think? I know they beat the 0-whatever Lions, but still, man, I think Andy Dalton gives them the best chance to win right now. We've seen more from Andy Dalton in this offense than we've seen from Justin Fields, if I'm being honest.
Well, look, he can make all the throws, right? I mean, the offensive line is not the greatest, but he can make all the throws. You can see Fields when he's in there, he's struggling, whether it's offensive line or whether he can't go through his progressions. And on top of it, you're missing a guy like an Allen Robinson, his main weapon. Andy Dalton's been there, he's done that before. And again, even though he's not necessarily the greatest starting quarterback, he's a guy that can make all the throws, who's gone through all the progressions. And as long as he doesn't turn over the ball and he puts your defense in a great position to win, I like the fact of the Bears winning some more games here down the road. I really do.
Yeah, and in terms of the Lions, I mean, Dan Campbell. I know a lot of people. I love Dan Campbell's grit. I think he's a solid coach. But so far, man, everyone wants to bash guys like Robert Saleh, these newer coaches for doing whatever. But man, Dan Campbell has been bad. Some of this play calling, the clock management with the Lions in this game was atrocious. I mean, the end of that, the Lions basically lost themselves this game. Dan Campbell, man, he needs to either get it together or get on the same page as his coordinators and his quarterback, because some of these penalties they were taking, some delay of games, just clock management, basic clock management was incredibly off in this game, right?
Yeah, I mean, and look, this team has figured out a way, and I'm at a stoplight, so that's a good thing. This team has figured out a way to lose games in the final whistle with field goals. So they got to learn how to win at this point. Once they do learn how to win, you see how they played. Say whatever you want about Dan Campbell, but every game this team has not given up on him, and it's been very easy for a team to give up on a Campbell, and they haven't done that. So you have to salute them on that, but you're exactly right. The clock management situation, how to lose games, how to figure out how to win games, this team needs to learn how to do it. And once they do, and I figure they need a quarterback at this point, so that's where you're going to be drafting in that obviously top three. You're going to be trying to get a quarterback. The problem is you have Jared Goff there, that big-time contract, so we'll see if they can unload it. But at the end of the day, this team is young. That would be the Lions. They're playing hard for them. They have not given up on this coaching staff, which is a good thing. And even though they don't have a win, they have to figure out how to win going forward.
Yeah, teams like the Lions, Giants, all these teams that need a quarterback going into next year are not in it, and they're not in a good spot based on what I'm seeing in this draft class. I don't think there's any spectacular quarterback. I think Matt Corral out of Ole Miss will probably end up being the best quarterback out of this draft class. But man, there's no one that I'm seeing that has that wow factor that we've seen the last couple of years from these draft classes. This is going to be a defensive, wide receiver heavy draft. You have all those Ohio State receivers. I mean, you have Kayvon Thibodeau, you have Aiden Hutchinson, who we saw absolutely destroy Ohio State. So the Lions are definitely not in a good spot if they want to draft a quarterback next year. But for other teams that are picking high, they're going to get studs like Thibodeau, like Hutchinson, like Stingley, like all these guys. But yeah, Peter, I'm going to thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you. Stay safe on the road there. I'm going to let you get back to driving to wherever you're going. But I appreciate it, man. It's nice to talk to you. I'll see you soon, man.
Absolutely, man. Great job as always. And you're always welcome on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web live on NSPN. I love St. Pete. Do three things for me as I'm at the stoplight right now. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. See you later.
See you, Pete.
See you, Peter. He's always exciting, ain't he?
He was excited, and that was incredibly unsafe. I felt like that was a hazard. I felt like if anything happened, I was responsible for it. All right, Harry. What were you?
Can I comment about the Lions Bear game?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go full screen.
Go ahead.
First off, the Chicago Bears should have beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. There were some really egregious and very atrocious calls. Boy, I like those big words.
There you go. Wow.
Not bad. Yeah. Look, they should have beat them. They should have won at least 3 football games that they've lost. But this past game, it didn't ever really feel like that Detroit had this game in hand. I just thought that Chicago has just kept shooting himself in the foot, kept them around in the game. Andy Dalton still threw for 300 yards. And it's the same thing that I said prior to the season and even going into the season, that Andy Dalton should have been the starter of this team, not because he's the future, merely because Andy Dalton is a better quarterback at this point of his career. Justin Fields has a better arm, but you can see it. Justin Fields, he's trying to scale the pocket. He's trying to stay in there, but they have to work on his delivery. His mechanics are a little too slow. Okay. Not with his feet, but with his decision making in his arm. Andy Dalton drops back 1, 2, 3, throw. Before the receiver gets out of the break, the ball's getting on them. Now, is it as pretty of a pass that Justin Fields throw when he's running? Oh, no. Let me tell you something. Justin Fields can really lay a ball out there when he's running. And when he does have time in the pocket and that pressure's not in there, but you could say that about 2/3 of the quarterback in the National Football League, he's really throwing some dimes. So I really love the acquisition of Justin Fields. I still feel like he's going to be the best quarterback in years to come out of this draft class. Okay. It's not so much because of the system. Believe me, Mac Jones, that's over in New England, he's not the best quarterback. He's got your best stats. He's just in the best system for him at this point in time. But as far as that Detroit Lion team, hey, man, people can say whatever they want. You know, they're banged up, this and that. Let's talk about the Bears defense. What's banged up? No Akeem Hicks, no Khalil Mack, no Eddie Goldman. You're missing 2/3 of your stars of your defensive line. Eddie Jackson still can't tackle anybody. You had Roquan Smith leave the game very early due to a hamstring injury. Now you're working with Christian Jones, the ex-linebacker from from Florida State University, and you're working with a backup linebacker in Alec Ogletree, who's older than me and you. No, me, not you. If he was your
Yeah,
age,
that's a weird comparison to make. That's a
right,
weird.
right. So when you're talking about that, I mean, look, the team is a lot better than what its record shows.
Sure.
As a Bears fan, they're extremely, extremely hard on their organization. I made a post really simply and says, win, lose, or draw, you need to support your team. The end. The end. It's just as simple as that. We
Yeah.
all know there's problems with the management. Okay. And then there was the rumors. Oh, Nagy's getting fired after the game. The rumor holds it. And I told everybody, calm down.
You should
That
have.
ain't. But it's never going to happen. Even if they lost 50-0, they weren't firing him. They've never fired a head coach.
To be fair, what does firing Matt Nagy right now do for you?
Nothing.
It does nothing, because unless you think your next coach is already on this Bears coaching staff, which I can promise you, Harry, he is not.
No.
Then it really does nothing for this team. The only thing that it did, that these rumors of Matt Nagy getting fired did, was split a locker room, was cause confusion in a locker room that is kind of directionless right now in which way they want to go with this rebuild, right? Because I will never crush I'm not going to crush Justin Fields. I'm not going to crush Zach Wilson. And I sure as hell won't crush Trevor Lawrence right now for what's going on with their situations. They are each somewhere between 6 to 10 or 11 games into their careers. It's impossible to crush them. And none of them are in good situations here. All of them are dealing with bad offensive lines, banged up defenses, hurt, rough coaching situations. Whatever it is, you can't crush a quarterback 11 games into the season. I'm not crushing Justin Fields. I will continue to say, and you can go back on my draft shows, and Justin Fields is superbly talented, right? His upside is ginormous. He's fantastic. He has a great arm. He can roll out of the pocket. He's great. He could do everything you want to see from your quarterback, right? He needs time to develop, though. Needs time to develop. And Andy Dalton starting over Justin Fields right now is the right move going forward, Harry. But I definitely want to move off this game because we have 2 other Thanksgiving games to talk about, and then we have a whole lot of games to talk about on the slate for today. Moving on. You want to talk about egregious referees and egregious calls, Harry. 28 penalties. The Raiders beat the Cowboys 36-33. This game, man. What? 28 accepted penalties in this game. That can't happen. That can't happen. You go first on this one. What are your thoughts on this game with both the Raiders and the Cowboys?
Well, the first thing I want to say is that the Greek actually had the Raiders getting the 7.5 and actually gave out the position not only to take the points, but to take the Raiders on the money line. Okay, that's the first and foremost thing. And I can't help there was 28 penalties, and a lot of those 28 penalties helped the Raiders get across the finish line. But you know what? I always said this before. I'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week, Jacob. Any day of the week. Luck always has to play play a part in whatever's happening. But that is getting really ugly. And I told you, Jacob, I said that the Dallas Cowboys didn't really have a very good defense, and I actually admitted that I was like, you know what, this is one of the better teams in the National Football League. And the moment that I said that, I might as well just open up mouth and insert size 13-inch shoe right into it, because that's exactly what it was. Dallas is not everything in a bag of chips. They are mediocre. And you want to know something? Neither are the Rams, neither are the 49ers, neither are the Seattle stinks. Green Bay. There is no true straight cut favorite in the NFC.
Harry, Green Bay's legit, man. We'll talk about that later. I think.
Oh, stop. Give me a friggin' break. Their defense sucks.
Yeah, but as long as you have Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback, it's every game's going to be close, man. They're not going to get blown out.
Okay.
Watch them get blown out today. Now that I said that, that's how that works. So enjoy it, Rams fans. And
well, but seriously,
you're welcome.
But seriously, that's what I seen, in that game. Thank you for asking me, by the way. But
yeah,
I'd rather be lucky than good. That game could have went either way. But let me tell you something. The Raiders really had that game in hand. They let Dallas get into it.
I'll say this. The Cowboys, and I'm not one to really make excuses for teams. I try my hardest not to. But the Cowboys were playing without their two top receivers. Young legend. Thanks, Blake Anthony. Appreciate it, man. The Cowboys are missing. They were missing Amari Cooper, who they should deal at the end of the year anyway, because he's never on the field, and you're paying him way too much money. CeeDee Lamb. So their top receivers were Michael Gallup and Cedric Wilson. How Dak Prescott, right? He's looked fine. He scored 33 points. But they would have won this game if they had Lamb. If they would have won this game if they had Cooper. I'm telling you this.
They were getting blown out of this game, Jacob.
I'm telling you this.
The Raiders, you may be correct, but you know what? Every team has to adapt. Just like the Bears beat up on a lowly Detroit team. Hold on, man. Their defense was 2/3 of their defensive line was completely out. They still found a way to win the football game. So if you want to declare yourself the best team in the National Football League, or yet alone the best team in the NFC, you still have to play like that. Just like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did on their winning streak without 2/3 of their defense. 2 of their defensive linemen out. The entire secondary out. Okay, but they were still winning. Now, they're not winning convincingly. That's why I said there's no clear-cut favorite in the NFC.
No, you're right. There's no clear-cut favorite, but I think that with the games we've seen where the Cowboys haven't had their top receivers, those are the games where they've struggled. You need your offensive weapons. And don't even get me started on this Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard thing. I think Tony Pollard's better than Ezekiel Elliott is right now.
No, Ezekiel Elliott's a better running back, but he got paid. And then he went like this. Well, I don't think his mama put the Campbell soup away enough for him because he got fat. And when he got fat, he got lazy. That's why Pollard's a better running back. Ezekiel Elliott's still the man, but he's not playing. I got a great comment I want to put up here for you.
It's almost December. Dallas always F's up in December. In my Stephen A. Smith voice, what can go wrong will go wrong for the Dallas Cowboys. Fair enough. That's what we're starting to say. Listen, I think the Raiders are a good football team. I do. They're 6-5 now, right? They're doing things right. They're getting they lose Darren Waller in like the second quarter, and you're right. They found a way to win. What I'll say is that this Cowboys defense they confuse me because they have this guy, they have Micah Parsons, who, man.
Stop it.
Good.
You're killing me. You're killing me here. Micah Parsons is an awesome rushing linebacker who can stuff the run. You want to beat Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys? Put someone on him to make him shadow and make him cover him because Micah Parsons couldn't cover you.
He's good, though, man.
He's really good as a linebacker, but you know what? A complete linebacker can cover a wide receiver.
Fair, but, man, Parsons is real talented. Trayvon Diggs, man, he gives up the most yards I've ever seen out of anybody of all time. Pollard's going to be a starter soon for somebody. If the Cowboys, I don't know if they just re-signed him. I think they did just re-sign him on a long-term deal. But if they didn't, man, Pollard will be a starter for a team next year.
Without question, he is.
He should
be. Harry wants to trade Mac for Parsons. No, I don't.
They're like the same player, Harry.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'll
They're
take a
literally the
I'll
same
take. Let me tell you something. Micah Parsons is going to be a shadow of a Khalil Mack. Let me tell you something. Khalil Mack was still doing it this year with a fractured foot. Let me repeat it. With a fractured foot. Wait till this beast comes out next year.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. The Buffalo Bills beat the Saints 31-6. This was not a very fun game to watch unless you had Josh Allen on your fantasy team, as I did. But I mean, the Bills, I want to say the Bills are the clear-cut favorite in the AFC, but now they lose their star corner Tre'Davious White for the year with the torn ACL, which sucks, man. He's so talented, and I'm a Jet fan. The Bills are obviously a rival team that I dislike, but you never want to see those injuries. You never want to see those star players get hurt because, I mean, seeing Trey White on the field, he's a lockdown guy. It's great to see, and he really takes this Bills defense and the secondary to another level along with those talented safeties. They should have done this to the Saints. I don't know how teams aren't blowing out the Saints week after week with Trevor Siemian playing quarterback. I really don't understand it. I think this defense is fine, but the Bills really exposed the Saints here. The Bills were just the better team. There's not really much else to say about it, right?
No, but I'm going to bring up one more comment. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Dallas because Blake wants to know what are the chances that Dallas blows the lead in the NFC East? Well, I'll tell you what, they got a 2-game lead right now.
Yeah, they're not going to blow that lead just because the other teams are so bad.
It'll be very, very, very difficult for them to blow that lead. But would it surprise me? No, because in the voice of Stephen A. Smith.
Listen, the Eagles here have a favorable matchup that we'll talk about with the Giants today.
Yep.
And then they got the Jets next week, so we could see that start to slowly crumble away for Dallas. But
I like being devil's advocate. You were asking me about Buffalo's. You were actually making the comment about, Buffalo. Are they the best team in the AFC? Should they be the team that's going to be representing it? And I'm going to tell you no. And I'm going to tell you why. I was one of the biggest advocates of the Buffalo Bills. To start the season, if you remember correctly, their schedule was middle to one of the hardest schedules in the National Football League. After week 11, the Buffalo Bills ended up not only with one of the hardest schedules, total opposite. It all turned out that they've had the easiest schedule in the National Football League. They're beating up on teams that they're supposed to beat up on, and they're losing to teams that they shouldn't be losing to. Okay. They're not as strong as what they're showing, but you can only beat up on the teams that they put in front of you. I just wanted to throw that stat out there.
Fair enough, man. I think the Bills. I think there's a few contenders right now that I could look. Is the Saints D coordinator still? No, it's not Aaron Glenn. He never even was the defensive coordinator. He was like the secondary coach or something like that. I think when you look at the AFC,
isn't it funny? Nobody mentioned the Chiefs.
So I think that there's a few teams that are still contenders in the AFC. I'll put the Bills in there. I'll still sure as hell put the Chiefs in there. I will not count them out yet. I'll put if the Chargers can actually let Justin Herbert throw the football, I'll put the Chargers in there. I mean, I hate to say it, the Patriots look like contenders right now, man. I mean, the Ravens. Like, there's a lot of teams right now that I think could make a push at this. But we'll see. We'll see, Harry. Let's talk about the games that are happening today instead of the games that happened on Thursday.
That's fine, but hold on, Blake. I put the link up in there for you. I'm not sending it to you personally. Click on it. Get on here just for a few minutes because I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes, sir. All right. 1:00 games here. The Tennessee Titans, 7-point underdogs at the New England Patriots. Titans don't have A.J. Brown. Points total here is 43.5. The Titans don't have A.J. Brown. They just put him on injury reserve. Patriots are rolling. They're rolling, Harry. What are you thinking about this game? You playing it?
Well, who did the Greek tell you in the beginning of the year was going to probably win that division? And everybody said I was crazy because I was picking against Buffalo. Come on, be honest.
I think you said the Jets.
Oh, no. I said the Jets would have a very good record this year. I was wrong with that, but I wasn't wrong that New England would be turning it on. They spent all that money for a reason. In the beginning part of the year, I was like, man, they really wasted a lot of money. Now I'm watching them play some football. But in this game, Tennessee's getting 7 points on the road. Their backs up against the wall. Hold on. They've got no running back. They've lost A.J. Brown. Oh my God. How are they possibly going to be able to keep pace with the New England Patriots? Really easily. 7 points is a lot. Wait till game time. It's going to be 7.5 points. Pound the Tennessee Titans in this game.
Harry, I have the last time the Titans were missing that many pieces, they still had Derrick Henry and they lost to the Jets. I can't begin to tell you how much I don't want to play this game, because if I watch the Titans lose to the Jets without the same pieces that they're missing now, man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to play this game. I don't, because I think there could
I kind of like Tennessee, buddy. I like Tennessee getting the points. It's not the sexy pick. It's a lot of points.
I'm going to El Paso and passing on this one.
You're going to Texas on this game?
I'm going to Texas, man.
What's your next game?
The New York Jets plus 2.5 at the Houston Texans. Harry, I'm going to play this one first. I love the Jets in this game. I don't care that they're missing.
Oh my God. Here, hang on. Don't say anything. Hold on. Now go for it.
I'm not betting the Jets. Because I won't personally bet the Jets, but I think it is a good play if you want to. I think it's a great play, man. The plus 2.5. The Jets get Zach Wilson back today. I understand. They're missing Michael Carter, their standout running back. And Michael Carter's fantastic. He's a great running back. Great rookie, great pick by Joe Douglas in the 4th round. They're also missing Corey Davis today. Oh, Jacob, you can't be missing your number 1 receiver. You just can't be missing your number 1 receiver. Corey Davis isn't their number 1 receiver. Elijah Moore is the number 1 receiver. What I'm going to tell you is something that you're going to be like, what? Zach Wilson's going to look better today without Corey Davis. Michael Carter is, he's not, I wish Michael Carter was playing. They could have used him today for sure.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. I got to show you something. This is the kind of crap I got to deal with. Hold on. Sorry.
Is that? Oh, all right. There's no.
Yeah,
is that a swan?
That's a big bird with a very long beak that thinks I'm eating over here, and he's going to try to come here, and he might try to bite me. Look at him. How would you like to mess with that thing?
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, he's going to be all right. He wants to eat the Greek. Look at him. Get out of here. I just had to do that. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I had to do it.
Fair enough, man.
Only in Florida, bro.
Only in Florida. But yeah, no, Zach Wilson is going to look better today without Corey Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Then he has.
Let me know if you see that thing coming up from behind me, because I'm telling you, they'll try to pick the back of your head.
I will. So, yeah, Zach's going to look better without Corey Davis today, because the entire year, almost every interception that I've seen, it's not everyone, most of them, have been Zach Wilson trying to force the ball to Corey Davis, to his reliable veteran wide receiver. Zach won't be able to do that today. He won't be able to force the ball to anyone. He's not going to force it to Elijah Moore. He's going to spread the wealth. Keelan Cole will see the ball. Elijah Moore is going to see the ball a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I think this is going to be the best that Zach Wilson has looked. And they're going to say, oh, well, Michael Carter isn't playing, whatever. Ty Johnson's a serviceable back for the day. He's solid. And the Texans aren't really that demanding of a defense. You know?
Well, that's where I'm going to disagree with you. Lovie Smith has really, really, really got this team playing very well, especially on defense, is what I'm talking about. They got a whole bunch of no-name guys that are playing inspired football. Look, this is the first time that the Houston Texans, and the only time that they're going to be favorite, in the entire season.
I don't really understand why they're favorites here. I think the Jets are going to win this game, man. I do.
You think the Jets are going to win?
I do.
I'm going to Texas on this game. And in Texas, what does it mean, Jake?
You're passing on it. El Paso. You're done.
Dude, that bird just took off from behind me. Its wingspan was about 6 feet long.
All right. We're moving on. The Philadelphia Eagles minus 3.5 at the New York Giants today. Points total here is 45.5. Up to
46.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Harry, who do you like here and why?
Well, you know what? I kind of like Philly because after what the showing that I seen from the New York Giants and how many times I bet them this year, you cannot Giants fans, you'll never get another penny of my money. I promise you. Not until you fire that disgraceful head coach. That's the only other head coach in the National Football League that's worse than Matt Nagy. Okay? Let's start out by saying that. But I'm going to tell you right now, Philly wins this game big. Do not bet the Eagles because I don't trust them either, even though they're playing the best football in the NFC least. I love the under 46. I think Philly wins like 30-10.
Yeah, I was thinking about this in my car the other day, man. I'm looking at these Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at all this stuff, man. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback. He is their franchise quarterback. People don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. Everyone wants to talk about Deshaun Watson to the Eagles, Russell Wilson to the Eagles. Man, I think Jalen Hurts, I think they got their quarterback. I really do. I think they have their quarterback. I don't think they have their head coach. I think their quarterback is right. I think they have a few other pieces, but he's not surrounded by a ton of talent, Jalen Hurts. So it's hard to really make that judgment. But everything I've seen from Hurts, he's a damn good quarterback. But I'm going to play I want to play the Eagles here. I do. The -3.5. I think the Eagles win this game, but what I do like in this game is not the Eagles or the Giants.
You like
I
the
like
over.
the over. I like the over.
I
The
know.
over
I
45.5.
I think Philadelphia is going to play defense here. Let me tell you something. If the Giants score more than 20 points in this game, they will cover and win the game.
Okay.
That means that Philadelphia couldn't move, and the Giants are actually playing defense like they did last year. They're just not playing at any side of the ball. I mean, nothing. They're not playing offense. They're not playing defense. For those reasons. That's why I love the under in this game. But go ahead. Next.
I love the over. All right. So the Buccaneers are -3.5 as well at the Indianapolis Colts. Buccaneers have not been a good team on the road. They are not good on the road. Not last year, not this year. The Colts are red hot. Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in the league right now. The best active running back in the league right now. 5 touchdowns last week. Harry, 5 touchdowns last week. The Buccaneers.
Well, he's not going to score 5 touchdowns on this defense.
Obviously not.
But I will tell you what I do like in this game. I'm going to make it really simple for you. I like Indy getting the 3.5, and I love the 54.5 under. Play the under. Nobody's talking about Indy's defense. Nobody.
Oh no, I've been talking.
Nobody's talking about Indy's defense. Let me tell you, DeForest Buckner is going to create havoc.
Darius Leonard might be the best linebacker in the NFL right now, Harry.
But I'm just saying right now, forget about Darius Leonard. You better start thinking about a guy by the name of DeForest Buckner. DeForest Buckner, when he's healthy, he is a disruptor. And I'm telling you now, that is one thing that Tom Brady does not like. He does not like that pressure coming this way, because that's how he's so good, is because he knows how to scale the pocket and levels. And DeForest Buckner stays in his lane. He's one of the, if not the most disciplined linemen in the entire National Football League.
Yeah, I'm playing the Colts here today also. I like the Colts plus 3.5. I think
I do.
I mean, I told you
I like the Colts plus 3.5, but I really like the under 54.5. That's
why I like both those bets as well. I think this is going to be a game that's like 23-20, something like that. And I think the Colts take it here. But the Bucs, man, I think the Bucs, they're not a powerhouse in the NFC right now by any means.
Well, we're going to find out how much of a powerhouse they are. They are getting healthy. They're getting the whole secondary back. I think Jamal Dean is not back, though.
Harry, I've never understood. Okay, I understand they're hurt, but their secondary isn't that good as it is.
Yeah, I understand that. But let me tell you something. The team played a lot differently with Sean Murphy bunting. Okay. The same guy that everybody wanted to persecute and throw off the team last year until he started creating interceptions because he was too aggressive. That's why they used to call him Toast down here, because he was getting burned all the time. But that aggression turned out to be something positive. He actually became better at that position. Look, their secondary really wasn't very, very, very good. You're absolutely correct. But it was really atrocious without these guys that were in there, because honestly, with them, look, all I'm going to say is you're going to find out how good the Buccaneers are this week and what they're going to do moving forward, because this is a real test. And I'll tell you what, Tampa's looking by this team a little bit because they're looking to Buffalo.
Nah, I
And
think,
it needs to be the other way around. They need to be looking at this Indy team before they get to Buffalo.
yeah, they'll beat Buffalo. They're not gonna. I don't think they'll beat the Colts. But the Falcons -2, Harry, at the Jaguars. Oh, I don't even want to watch this game. Point total here is 45.5. Is there anything you like in this game? I mean, the Falcons are -2. I think they win the game.
The Falcons are
Oh, the
2.5. I just went back to 2.5. The 88% rule says to play the home team when a road team is a 2.5-point favorite. However,
Go play the Jaguars, Harry. I dare you to play the Jaguars.
I have this
money
year.
on Urban Meyer and Trevor.
Hold on. I did. I've won money on straight wagers with the Jets. I've won money with the Houston Texans on the money line when they were getting a ton of points. I've won money with Jacksonville straight up without the points. Okay? I took Denver in Dallas getting 7.5 points and told everybody to take Denver plus the money line. Bro, I don't need to keep going. I love underdogs, especially home underdogs, but I'm not playing it. You know what I like in this game? Over. Bet the over in this game because neither team's going to. Yep, neither team's going to play defense. It'll definitely go over.
Yeah, I think so. I can't. The Falcons are getting Cordero Patterson back, who, I mean, he's randomly so good this year. I mean, we've talked about it. I guess he's more than a returner. I don't know how the 4 other teams that he's been on haven't seen it, but he's definitely a great weapon to have. He's like a Swiss Army knife. He is what Laviska Shenault should be. That is how they should use him. Or kind of like the Niners are using Deebo Samuel, who's also been a tank. That Swiss Army knife weapon is important. It is really a crucial part to an offense. It is
absolutely
a game changer now. I like the Falcons getting the 2.5 or -2.5. I can't play the Jaguars. I refuse. I'm going to go to Texas on this game. Actually, I don't even want to play it. It's just
I'm playing the over. Play the over. They're going to be a lot of points.
The over. It's going to be ugly though. It's going to be gross, and I don't want to watch it. The Carolina Panthers with Super Cam -2 at the Miami Dolphins. 41.5 points total. Harry, I watched the Miami Dolphins beat my New York Jets last week, but I watched them play football, and I watched the Carolina Panthers play football. There's no way that the Panthers don't blow out the Dolphins in this game. This Panthers defense is real good. They're going to shut down whatever receiver they're trying to throw to. They're going to take out this Dolphins offensive line. I'm all over the Panthers today, Harry.
Very, very compelling story you just offered, Mr. Jacob. But then again, the 88% rule. There it is.
Is it 2.5?
It's 2.5, Jacob. The 88% rule tells you to play the home team.
I'll go against the 88% rule today in this one.
12% of the times you're going to be right, but it's Tua time, baby. It's Miami. Love them home dogs.
It's Tua turn the ball over. That's
Tua turn the ball over.
Yeah. Come on now.
I want you to go ahead and anoint him his name. What's his name?
It's Tua turn the ball over. That's what it is now, man. He is not that good. He's not good.
He's turning the ball over.
They're not going to be able to establish the run.
You like Carolina? I like Miami, but for those reasons. 88% rule. When it's 2.5-point favorites and you're on the road, go to the home team. And quite frankly, I like Miami. Next game.
Give me the Panthers. The Pittsburgh Steelers +3.5 at the Cincinnati Bengals today. Point total's 43.5, Harry. AFC North matchup. I hate betting divisional matchups, but what are you thinking here and why?
Well, I already made a bet at 45 and I went over. Okay, but if it's 43.5, which it is now, I'm going to have to even make more of a bet and go over. Well, either I'm wrong or there's going to be a lot of very unhappy people out there. I'll tell you that right now. I don't like either side. Pittsburgh, I bet against very badly against the Chargers. They kind of let me down. Pittsburgh played out their ear hole in that game. Cincy doesn't have a defense. It's a sexy game for Cincy to win it and win big if they want to. So play the over. 43.5, play the over.
Sure. I like that bet also. The Los Angeles Chargers -2. Actually, no, I never even gave out my pick for that game. I'm going to Texas was the reason why I didn't. I don't like either team in this one. I don't want to bet it.
You like the over.
I like the over.
That's a pick.
Life's too short to bet the under, in the wise words.
That's a pick.
That is a pick. Oh, I guess that is a pick. You're right. You're right. Not picking a side though.
Yeah, you are. You're picking on both sides. Score, baby, score.
Everyone needs to score points today. That's what it is. Today's just a scoring day.
Yep.
Today's really a scoring day. My all right, no, actually, no. We'll go. This is my game of the week. The next one is the Los Angeles Chargers -2.5. The 88% rule at the Denver Broncos today, Harry. Point total's 47.
So you want to beat it twice, don't you?
You know that 12% is coming through today.
The 12%'s coming through today. Go ahead. Oh, gambling gods.
I'm going to
forgive him.
I'm going to
Please.
Texas. I'm going to Texas.
Oh, okay. So the gambling gods don't have to come get you. Man, I'll tell you what. I am just loving the sun. Oh my God. I hope the people in Chicago are getting a load of this. I mean, can you see the sweat dripping off my brow?
Yeah, I'm getting paler as with the show by every minute that goes on in my stupid basement. It's because it's cloudy out, dude. I was at MetLife yesterday for Hey Jay, I was at MetLife yesterday.
You get all the love. You get all the love. The Greek gets nothing.
That's my friend. That's my boy Jaden. I was at MetLife yesterday for the state championship of these two private schools in my county, and it was freezing. It was 37, and I could not move my fingers. I could not move. I was wearing all the layers too. I just couldn't move. So enjoy your 70 degrees and.
Well, it's been a little chilly getting up in the morning. Okay, I've had to have a blanket on at night.
All your swans and stuff, like really, like. If we saw a swan here, I think it's like I think it's like some crazy guy that's living on my street who's like hoarding in exotic animals. Like there's no like they just don't like they're just not here. But
that's okay, Jacob. I see you. You're
Are
the
you
guy that throws the change in the change bucket when you're passing by the people.
Are you going towards the 88% rule? Or are you going to take that 12% in this Chargers Broncos game? That means he doesn't want either of them. He's confused.
I love the Chargers, but I have to go to Texas because
dude, I'm telling you,
I can't pick Denver. I just can't.
I
I'll tell you what I am. I tell you what I am going to play though, because I've already given the pick out on the over/under. It's under 48.5. I honestly think that Denver's going to play extraordinary defense, and I think the Chargers are going to get it right. And Denver ain't going to be able to put up points. Love the 48.5 under.
Dude, why won't the Chargers let Justin Herbert throw? Why are they like? It feels like they're limiting him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I don't like it. I mean, he's so good. I understand you want to establish a run game with Eckler and everything, but like, you need to let Justin Herbert throw the football a little bit, man. You can let Eckler do whatever he wants, but you need to let Herbert throw. All right. But yeah, I'm going to Texas on this one. I think we both are. All right.
No, I got the play there. It's under 48.
The under 48.5.
Absolutely. That's on record, baby. Under.
On record. Minnesota Vikings. +3. At this end, Harry, I have made bank betting against the 49ers.
Yeah, and you're going to lose big time. You want to do it this way. Go ahead.
The Vikings. I love the Vikings.
Why?
I love the Vikings.
Why? Because of that wonderful defense they have? Or wait a minute. The quarterback that they've overpaid for, who's having a career that's not even going to finish 500 this year? Go ahead. Keep going.
I haven't seen anything from this Niners team that makes me.
I've seen this on the Niners team. You ready? And this is what I see with the Vikings team.
The Vikings just beat the Packers. They just beat the Packers.
I know that. And by the way, the Greek had that game too. But go ahead.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm taking the Rams +3 today, man. I don't care. I know they're on the road. I know they've.
You're talking about Minnesota +3.
Minnesota +3.
I'll tell you what I am going to take. Take the easy wager here. San Francisco is going to score 28 points in this game. Bet over 48.5.
All right, fair enough. I don't know about the points total on this one. It's a little high for me, so I'm not gonna go near it. But
I do like the over 48.5. I think defense is playing really well too. I think Minnesota's going to put up some points as well.
I'll give out the Vikings +3 today. This one's going to be fun. This game, the Los Angeles Rams are favorited by 1.5 points on the road against the Green Bay Packers, Harry.
What's total?
47. I mean,
what do you think I like?
I love the over.
That's it. Don't pick a side. Jacob, say it with me. It's cathartic.
Just take the over. Don't pick a side. Just take the
Just
over.
don't pick the side. Go to Texas. I'm
Root
picking
for
a
points,
team.
Root for a good game.
Yep.
Want to see it.
I'd like to. The perfect game for me would be 55-0. No, 55-0 Rams, and Rodgers doesn't finish the game. That would be the perfect game for me.
Yeah, my perfect game here, 35-33. Packers win it on a field goal.
Do you realize what platform you're on?
It's just my specialty. I'm just picking whatever. Anyway, yeah, but over. Just take the over. Just
Yeah, I do like the over as well.
Sunday Night Football. Cleveland Browns +3.5 at the Baltimore Ravens. Points total's 47 as well in this one. I love the Ravens. I love it. I know it's another AFC North divisional matchup, but the Browns are hurt.
Is Lamar playing?
Yeah. Lamar's gonna play. I love the Ravens here. I don't.
Right.
They should be getting Hollywood Brown back. Rashad Bateman's on the up and up. They're coming off of a win with the backup quarterback. They are hype. They're ready to go. The Browns are not. I know the Browns are getting Kareem Hunt back tonight, but he's only really serving as a third down back. Nick Chubb's going to be taking most of the workload, which obviously is just as good, if not, it's better. But man, this Ravens defense has been okay. It's been middle of the pack. I think Baker's banged up. I think he's too hurt. I think they should let him rest. They're not going to, though. So I think the Ravens take this one at home.
Okay. Everybody remember, Jacob, go Rams. I don't know who that Facebook user is, but
go Rams. I'm at the point, right? I understand. I'm not looking at it as a Bears fan. I'm looking at it as a Jets fan. In the AFC East right now, we're out of contention for winning the division. I'd rather I don't really care at this point. I think since I know the Patriots and the Bills both aren't probably going to win the Super Bowl, so I just want to see them win, to see their draft picks just fall lower, right? Just like I like seeing the Dolphins win, because I don't want to see them get a high draft pick this year. We're out of contention. We're out of contention, man.
No,
That's why
I can agree with that.
I guess as a Bears fan, you guys don't have a first rounder, and I guess watching the Packers lose is nice. So,
well, going back to the Cleveland-Baltimore game, if you remember correctly from last year, and it was a totally different team for Cleveland. They weren't as banged up. They were completely in control of this game. It became back and forth. It looked like Cleveland could have won the game. The reason why it sticks with me so well is because I got screwed out of that game, because Baltimore ended up winning the game on something really stupid. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a missed field goal or whatever the case may be. But every time these two teams play, there's a ton of points. The total points are 47. Right. Don't pick a side. It's cathartic. Bet over, baby. Over. Say it with me. Over.
Over.
It's over. There you go. Or you guys from Jersey would say it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
I don't know how to spell OVA other than OVA.
It is OVA. Monday night, the Seattle Seahawks +1 at the Washington football team.
No, let's pick them. Yeah. Go ahead.
Points total is 46.5, Harry.
My game of the week.
I'll take Russ in primetime +1.
Of course you would. Of course you would. It's my game of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why Harry the Greek finished 80+% last year. Because it's so easy to take the sexy picks, even when the sexy pick is the underdog, like the Seattle Seahawks. But in this case, you've got a wounded duck in the Washington team who smells blood in the water in the NFC least because they see the flailing Dallas Cowboys. They're still alive in there. This is a must-win situation. In Seattle, their season's over. They are playing for the fun of the sport and for a paycheck. It's over in Seattle. In the NFC least, the Washington football team is playing for something. Not saying that they're going to go anywhere. My game of the week, play Washington at home. I've got them as low as a pick 'em and as low as -1. This is a great, great game to bet. Love Washington on Monday night.
Fair enough. I mean, I would love to see Seattle lose because we own that draft pick, but I don't know. I think Seattle is like it. Russell Wilson will not accept losing that many games in a row. He won't. I think
No.
last week he was banged up.
He doesn't even want to be in Seattle anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to blow this team up this year. I'm just going to let you know that right now. And
Yeah.
it's going to start with Pete Carroll. It's going to start with Russell Wilson. Then it's going to be Pete Carroll. Trust me. And then the line's going to go down, and Seattle's going to go back to mediocrity. Not even that. They won't even be mediocre. They're going to be a horrible football organization for a long time.
Fair enough, Harry. But that's all the games for today, man. That's what we got. So with that being said, I'm going to let you get out of here. Go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you.
Absolutely. You can find me on Friday evenings at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 p.m. Chicago time, which is Central time, on the Over Under. My co host is going to be Peter Blake. We're going to have special guests coming in from time to time. We're going to go through every game like we are recapping on a Sunday morning on the Hard Count Football Podcast with Jacob Charnow. And you can find me on Sunday mornings. And I always say, Jacob, and everybody out there that's listening, keep your bets low and your returns high. I'm Harry the Greek. Thank you for tuning in. Jacob, most importantly, thank you for having me on. Have a great day.
Appreciate it, man. I'll see you soon. Peace. All right, guys. And with that, we're going to wrap today from the Hard Count Football Podcast Live. My name is Jacob Charnow. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. Special thanks to Harry the Greek and Peter Blake for coming on, giving out their picks, talking about these Thanksgiving games, guys. Go follow me on Twitter at Jacob Charnow, Instagram at Hard Count Football. Subscribe to the Hard Count Football YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next Sunday, man. Enjoy Week 12. Talk to you guys soon.